And we are back. Attempt number 2. Hello, everyone.
Yay!
Welcome to 10 Dead Rats, your Warhammer Fantasy and old school D&D mashup. Had a few different technical problems there, but hopefully we're past it. How's everybody doing tonight?
One can hope.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Things seem to be working, so hurrah, hurrah. Okay, so let me see. Do I have any announcements for our fine audience? I don't think so. I hope everyone had a lovely long weekend. I attended the Con of Champions, which was very interesting. Nice virtual convention. A lot of conventions going virtual these days. I heard Gen Con is officially virtual.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonder what that's going to look like.
I feel like if we go
I imagine.
back and look at our earlier episodes from earlier this year, I feel like we're going to see, us being, or me saying some unfortunate things to Nurgle, which I may regret.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to repeat them in hopes that it won't double down.
Okay. Anyway, okay, so I vamped for a little bit there just to make sure that we're okay. Everybody can hear everyone all right, yeah?
Yep.
Seems good.
I think so. Yep.
Good.
Excellent. Perfect. So, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of 10 Dead Rats. And we are back. Thank you, William, for the double check on the listener side, saying that everything sounds fine, so that's good to know. Glad to hear it. What happened last week on 10 Dead Rats? Well, we began...
Not much.
Not much, yeah. Same old, same old.
Indigo
This
and
and that.
Trebbiano meeting up with Magirius, who confided in them a lot of really terrible sounding things, but gave them a lot of information to go on. Meanwhile, Yeffy and Bruno were still trapped in the wine cellar of the Tugan estate. And they eventually made their way up to the first floor, where Bruno stole a pot and Yeffy killed a man. Yeah.
In that order, yeah.
In that order. More or less. Yep. The group then rejoined together and got some of their friends down at the Crossed Pikes Tavern, aka the Thieves Guild, to stake out a certain warehouse for them that they believed was going to be the site of some unfortunate events. Overnight, nothing untoward really happened at that warehouse. In the morning, the group got an interesting message from their pal Magirius, which they immediately suspected as being incorrect or perhaps sent by some other deceitful party, or possibly by Magirius under duress. They went to go seek him out and couldn't find him in the location they expected to find him, and assumed that something foul had befallen him. And so they decided it was high time that they went down to the warehouse to try and stake it out and maybe lay a trap for whatever was going to go down there that evening. So off they went to the warehouse, hid themselves amongst some crates, ate some preserved apples, and eventually were rewarded by the appearance of a few individuals setting up what appeared to be a pentagram in the floor. Clearly something foul going on. And so eventually they decided to steel themselves up and rush the man, which they did, in a sort of comedy of errors. Multiple attempts to take him out he seemed just too nimble and dexterous, or the group too clumsy and buffoonish to take him down. He managed to make it to the front doors and fling open the doors to the warehouse, whereupon the group
I don't consider that a failure on our part. He rolled like a god.
He was rolling well. You guys were not. Yeah. Yeah, so eventually he made it to the front doors, flung them open, and they saw without several wagons pulling up in front of the warehouse. And that's where we left it off. So let's just get... so we were using some visual aids last week. I surprised the group with a little use of Roll20. So let's...
I'm still surprised.
Still surprised by that. Huh? I knew we were going to need something. I considered setting up another camera on a board full of miniatures.
Ow.
Not ruling that out for the future, but Roll20 seemed an easy thing to do. Dan and I have been using it on Tuesdays, so here we go. Here is our fine warehouse, and you can see our lovely color-coded friends. Looks like that's Yeffy still on the far side of the pentagram, with the rest of the group crowding around the gentleman on the north side, just about to throw open the doors, or just has thrown open the doors. And as we can see, several carts have been pulled out in front of the warehouse.
That's double plus on good.
There we go. There we go. So we can see at least 3 wagons, a few different folks sitting across from them. On the leftmost, you can see a wagon with a single driver out front, and he's clearly well-dressed nobleman type. He's got a nice curly feather in his cap. On the far right, we can see another nobleman sitting passenger in his cart next to a man in more workman clothes, and the back of this flat-bedded, open-ended cart, we can see 3 more men crowding in the back of that wagon, ready to hop out. In the central cart, though, there are 2 riders, whom you'll both recognize quite quickly. There is a well-dressed merchant who some of you have met before. It is one Carl Tugen. Sorry, not Carl Tugen. That's the
Johannes.
brother. Johannes Tugen. One Johannes Tugen. Seated next to him on his cart is a young lad in livery, who some of you have seen before as well.
Uh-huh.
So that's where we're going to begin tonight, and we're going to just start us off with an initiative roll. So who would like to roll initiative for the group tonight?
Not me.
Like Colleen wants to.
I'll do it.
Excellent.
You don't want me to do it.
What'd you get?
A 1.
Atta girl.
Oh, dear.
Oh, it's as bad as it could be.
That's the worst one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
them. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good, guys.
Excellent.
I'm excited.
All right, so they've rolled a 4, so they're definitely going first.
That's higher than 1.
That is a larger number.
So let's see what's gonna happen.
You know what? If we die in Bogenhafen, we've had a good run. Like, we've done okay. We've gotten further than I thought we'd get. It's good to know you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd hate to lose
Good
all
time.
this money, but
That's fair. You know what? We can't die, guys.
I'm gonna write a quick will and throw all my money in the river.
Just remember, we're here because we got an email. An email about cash diamonds.
Right.
True.
So, the gentleman inside the warehouse with you all has just thrown open the door, and he goes rushing out, runs over towards the central wagon, grabbing at... Oh dear, there we go. Great. Running over there towards the central wagon, and shouting, "They're here to disrupt the ritual! We must stop them! Hurry up! Hieronymus, do something, he says as he shouts over the horse towards the man in the wagon full of other more workmanlike folk. The merchant sitting there kind of looks startled, like he was more relaxed, shall we say. He was just sitting in the passenger side, enjoying his ride on over here. He sort of sits up and starts, and he says, Well, get to it! And he leans over his shoulder, shouting at the men in the back of the cart, who begin to pile out the back of the cart and come running around the sides. You can see, let's see, who's near the door that can see this well? I'm going to say, looks like Indigo and Trebbiano. Will you both roll me intelligence tests, please?
Yeah.
My best one.
Ooh. 21.
4.
Okay,
two kinds
Indigo,
of people.
you can see that there's something familiar about these men. They have two of them have a small metal emblem pinned to their jacket, kind of in the upper left shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Showing a symbol that you've seen before. I'm gonna describe it as soon as I find out what it looks
These
like.
chuckleheads. It's the boat guys.
Yeah, we'll just say
Stevedores
you recognize it as the symbol of the Stevedores Guild.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. I'm gonna start with Trebbiano, and I'm gonna go counterclockwise for a change. So Trebbiano, what are you doing?
I mean, I don't even know where to start. Like, not even my idiot character would run out and be like, I can take all of you. Because that isn't a product of curiosity. That would just be dumb. Well, he is dumb, but, like, not that dumb. I've got, like, no cool stuff to
Follow
do.
your lead.
I mean, I am... Yeah, okay. Do any of them have crossbows?
No, you can see that the men who've jumped out of the wagon who are rushing towards you, you can see that they have kind of makeshift weaponry. One of them looks to be holding a cudgel, or perhaps it's simply a table leg. And certainly the noblemen look like noblemen. They may have a nice-looking jeweled hilt strapped to their side, but whether or not they've ever drawn it is to be questioned.
Yeah, I'm going to ready my anchor and stand in the doorway between my smaller friends and the harsh, cruel world outside.
Okay, so only that door on the left is actually open at this point. Because that guy just ran through it, right? It's a big
I thought
big
both
set
of
of double
them.
doors.
So
if you flung them both open, one of these wagons could come in. But so far, all that's happened is this guy's kind of pushed open the one on the left and run out.
yeah, I don't think I want that to happen, so I'll just be in the doorway, I guess.
So you can stand in the doorway. You stand
Unless-
in the doorway, trying to look intimidating. Roll me
Yeah,
a fellowship
exactly.
test.
That's
Ah, that's a lovely number.
Nice.
It's gonna be that kind of night tonight.
Yeah. You try to look intimidating, but it looks like they're unswayed and they're coming running towards the door.
That's fine. Just kill me.
Bruno, what are you doing?
I'm gonna run up the stairs.
Excellent.
That's a smart thing to do. Smart person would do that.
Oh, ooh, getting
Bruno
fancy.
dashes up the stairs.
And from when we looked around this last time, there's literally nothing up here, right?
Yeah, completely empty.
Okay. I'm going to crack open the upper level doors there, because there are 2 doors,
Yep.
right?
And there's
like
it's like sort of this loft door that leans out. If you push it open, you know that there's like a pulley hanging there and some ropes that you could use to like load cargo up to the second
Okay.
floor.
How heavy does... I'm going to open it a crack.
Yep.
And how heavy does all that stuff look?
The pulley itself?
The pulley, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty heavy, but it's it's on a wooden arm that's kind of on a hinge, and yeah, all that gear looks pretty freaking heavy.
Is the arm nailed to the wall here, or how is it?
Yeah. So it's on a hinge, right, like a door hinge.
The pulley, I see. Okay.
So
I'm gonna start.
It's like a 2x4, right? That has been strapped
I
to the wall of the building with a door hinge.
Yeah,
and then
I
on
see.
the far end of it is a metal pulley.
I'm gonna start fiddling with the hinge to try to pop the nails out. And if I can't do that, I'm gonna keep an eye on Tugin to see if he walks towards the door.
Oh, which
Very
Tugan?
good.
The one the real one.
Excellent. Roll me an intelligence test if you have anything mechanical or any craft
Surgery.
skills.
The body's
No.
like a fine.
The machine of the body.
Let's see.
That would be 17.
Okay. All right. So you take the hilt of your surgery dagger, and you kind of pop on one of the pins of the hinge, and it starts to worm its way up, and you get it all like maybe halfway up, and so now the thing's looking a little rickety and like it could fall, and like a couple more pops and it'll come out.
Great.
Meanwhile, downstairs, Yeffy, what are you doing?
Well, Yaffy's going to go in. She's going to kick over some of those candles, and then she's going to run back behind those crates. Kick over the candles.
Kick over a couple of the candles at the points of the pentagram, and then hide behind the crates on the left or the right.
Yeah. The left.
Okay, great. So you go dash back there and hide amongst the crates.
Take that.
Indigo, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's a good question. Indigo is
Right?
going to stick his head around Treviano's shoulder and shout out to the group. Say, so this is what the stevedores of Bogenhafen do, huh? Summon a bunch of demons and blaspheme Sigmar, and then I'm gonna pull the door shut.
The door closes. Okay,
Really good.
great.
Really
Great. What I'm gonna do is just move this map a little bit and zoom in. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna come back to our faces for a second. Oh, that didn't work. Now the map's still there and it's on top of us. Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay. Now I'm gonna see what goes on outside while you can't see what's going on. Okay.
Huh.
So you hear a lot of feet moving, a lot of running about. Here. Okay, you hear at least one body thud into the door. Indigo, go ahead and give me a strength test.
Yeah. 6.
Okay.
Six total?
6 is so the door bangs in for a minute, and you see the face of one of the stevedores pushing his way in, and then Indigo leans back into it and shuts the door again. Whump! My stevedore rolled a 4. So.
Excellent.
And both Indigo and actually everybody but Yeffy, please make me an intelligence test.
That's appropriate.
Yeffy's
I
back.
fail anyway.
15.
I rolled a 1, so that's a 3.
I got a 14.
Okay. 15 from Treviano. Treviano, you hear a kind of a somewhat high-pitched voice say back there, even though you it's further away from you. It's clearly not the stevedores, and you hear someone say, You had better not let them befoul the preparations.
You guys, we should befoul the preparations.
Yeah, kick those candles.
Can we find a way to secure or lock from the inside these doors?
It's your turn, so go ahead and roll me an intelligence test.
That's 16.
Hey.
Excellent. Yeah, there's a bar. There's a bar. These doors can be barred, and you look around, and yep, sure, there it is, laying on the ground over there.
I utilize it.
Yeah, great. Grab up the bar and you shove it into the brackets, and the door is now well barred. Bruno, you can see outside. You've heard some voices out there and whatnot, but what's caught your attention? Actually, let's just come back here to the map. So Bruno, you're up there on the second floor looking out, and you can see 3 of the stevedores have rushed the door and are trying to bust into the door. Another one stands back by his horse. Tugin himself has gotten down out of his wagon and has moved towards the in between those horses there.
Wait, Tugin's the one with the wizard hat there?
Yeah, Tugin's
okay.
Yep. That's Tugin. Like
I'm gonna try to drop the pulley on the stevedores there.
Great. Give me an agility test.
5.
Okay.
What is going on?
At this point, the pin is wedged in well, so you give it a couple of whacks, and it creaks and groans and tips, but it doesn't let go. And you know you're there, and you can see one of the 3 stevedores at the bottom hears the creaking and looks up at you.
Well.
Yeffy, what are you doing?
It was a good go, Bruno.
Well, after Triviano has said we should try to disrupt their preparations, whatever that means, Yeffy's going to run back out. And you said that the big ring is like a big copper ring?
Yeah,
right?
It's a big metal, a couple of pieces of copper that are jointed together.
Cool. Yeffy's going to go up there and start to just finagle with her dwarven knowledge of these kinds of things. You know, she's going to get up there and start just probably being as stupid as she possibly can with it. She's gonna try to move it. She's gonna try to hit it.
Okay.
Just yell at it.
Yeah.
Put some wine on it.
What it appears to be is maybe 1/2-inch thick solid pieces of copper bent. There's about 3 of them that form this circle, and the ends are kind of fit together. Sort of almost like a dovetail, right? So clearly, like the 3 pieces have been joined together to form this whole circle, but like with care, if someone lifted one up, they could detach them into 3 separate curved pieces. It doesn't sound like care is what's happening here. Go ahead and roll me an agility test, Yeffy. So you just start smacking them with whatever's handy, kicking them, they clatter and bang around. How'd you do?
I rolled a 1,
Excellent.
so I rolled a 2.
Oh.
So the metal, they don't give, they don't detach, because clearly you'd have to grab the pieces and then just carefully slide them apart. But since you're just being rough with them, the piece of metal sort of clangs and bangs around. It knocks over a couple of the candles on the far side of the pentagram, which continue to burn. They fall onto the ground. They gutter and burn. You notice that the floor is mostly clean, but there are bits of straw here and there. But nothing is alight at the moment.
This is atrocious.
Indigo, what are you doing?
Oh man! Oh boy! Oh, this is bad.
Treviano has put the bar in. Has put the bar into the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So the door feels
These
pretty
like
secure.
windows. I know that there are like some like very narrow windows in this building. Are those upstairs or downstairs?
So those are downstairs. I will real quick give you this view. So that's the side view of the building. So you can see they're very narrow windows, and each one has a metal bar in the center of it. And the window itself is maybe a foot wide. So it's not, it's very tall and narrow, and clearly intended with the metal bar in it. It's basically not really possible for someone to physically force themselves through the window.
Okay.
Clearly, it's meant to let some light and air in, but not let people in to steal your goods out of your warehouse.
Sure.
Makes sense. I am going to take the crossbow from Trebbiano.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
And I'm going to race upstairs to the upper floor window. And I'm gonna try to shoot somebody.
Great.
Smart thing.
Great.
It's a smart thing to do.
Let's see.
Do it.
Dope
If I can do all of that in one turn, I will also ask Bruno when I get to the window, when I see him. All right, which one's Dugan?
Smart.
Oh, you haven't seen him before.
That's not.
Which one's Dugan?
Turn that off. Okay, there we go.
Guy with a wizard hat.
Let's see. There's.
He's not a wizard. Don't
Wizard.
worry.
Okay, so you come racing up the stairs. I'm gonna say you reach Bruno. You're at the area. You've got the crossbow. You come running up the stairs. You just reach the opening where you see Bruno futzing with some object, kind of leaning out the door there a little bit.
Okay.
A little precariously.
Then I'll just say, since I don't think I can get a shot off, I'll say, all right, Bruno, open the window. I'm gonna try to kill him from up here.
Excellent.
Really, really good.
Great. Okay, so from up here, you can see Tugan come around the horse and kind of stand in front there. And actually, both of you roll me intelligence tests. This would be Indigo and Bruno, please. Looking at the front.
4.
6.
Okay, great. You're both fully enraptured on the vision of
God.
the 3 stevedores who are right at the front door, because one of them comes around to the side and begins to try and climb up the side of the building. Here's his roll. Okay, he's slightly starting to make his way up. So here's a view of the front of the building. So you've got those front doors, are clearly barred, but there's the wooden supports around the side of it that he's kind of getting a toe into some of the stonework there, and he's holding up onto the rafters and starting to pull himself up a bit to the side. Let me come back to where'd our main view go? There it is. Yoink. Okay. So it's this guy here on the side here who's starting to climb up. Let's see, can I give him maybe a little icon or something? I bet I can. He's got a little snail icon on him. There you go. Okay, so the guy with the pip, he's kind of starting to climb up the wall there. Not sure what else is going on outside. And Trebbiano comes to you. What do you want to do?
I'm like behind closed doors.
You are behind closed doors, and you could definitely hear noise, scrabbling, bangs from outside. Something's clearly going on out there. You're not sure what, though.
I'm
definitely at least 1 or 2 people are like battering at the door, trying to get it open with their bodies. Although you feel pretty confident that
Yeah.
wouldn't work.
I'm gonna futz with the circle if they bust in, I'll go after them. But I'm gonna put my anchor into the ground and like wheelbarrow run around the circle to disrupt all of the stuff on the outer ring.
Okay. Okay.
Just while they're trying to get in, just try to be useful because I can't do anything
Okay.
else right now.
All right. Roll me an agility test.
Minus only 1, 16.
Okay. So, are you trying to dismantle the circle, or just move it, or what's your goal?
No, like there's a very strong outer circle, right?
Yeah, it's solid
So
metal. It's laying on the ground. Yep.
I
Like
just
a big metal
just
hula hoop.
is it movable or is it like in the floor?
No, it's movable. It's like a it's
Oh,
a big metal ring.
then-
In fact, Yeffy's been kicking it and banging it around.
Yeah, I just rolled a 1, so I.
Yeah.
Useless.
Yeah, I try to use my anchor as a wedge, flip it on its side, and I want to like roll it.
Okay, great. Yeah. So you flip it up on its edge and you start roll. It's not again. It's maybe it's a solid metal hoop of about ½ inch thick copper. So you get it up on its end fairly easily, and you start rolling it towards the back of the building.
Yep.
Great.
Maybe we can hide it.
Yep.
They'll never
Start
find
rolling,
it here.
rolling it
They'll
back.
never find it back
Fair
here. Yeah. Yeah, well,
Uh,
that's an impediment. Sure. There you go. Cheers.
Upstairs, Bruno. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna try to drop the winch again.
Okay, great. Give me an agility test.
17.
Okay, so finally you manage to
Up
jimmy
and
it
down.
loose, and finally the thing goes crashing to the ground. Now at this point, the guy who's climbing is kind of off to the side, so I think that he's actually out of the way. But the other
Sure.
two, I'm going to give them agility saves to avoid this thing coming crashing on their head. And my high roll there is a 6. I got a 1 and a
Nice.
6. So the whole arm and pulley and a bunch of rope all go crashing down onto 2 stevedores. Go ahead and roll me a d6, Max.
Okay. And I shout down, "Winch where you're going." Huh? Yeah. Which I think mostly scans. Oh, for fuck's sake. 1.
Get out of town!
One?
Really?
1. Solid 1.
Excellent. So all the apparatus comes crashing down on their heads, and it buffets them, and they go stumbling backwards, and they've been bruised or whatnot by the piece of wood winging around and battering them a little bit, but neither of them has even like fallen over. Makes a lot
This
of
is
noise.
mathematically improbable. I'm sorry.
Makes a lot of noise. Yeffy, wait. Yeah, no, that's right. I feel like I missed a round somewhere. Anyway, Yeffy, what are you doing?
Yeah, Yeffy's gonna go and stomp out those candles that roll to the hay, and then pick
Okay,
up one of
great.
them and then just start drawing some rude symbols that she learned from the thieves
Excellent.
inside the star symbol.
Excellent.
So I don't know what
so
this
you're
means. but I
Thoroughly,
know they hate
thoroughly
it.
defacing the interior. Indigo, what are you doing?
Really good.
So, can I see out this top window?
Yeah. I mean, you can, because Bruno's pretty short, right? So,
Great.
so you can come over and kind of look over Bruno's head and look out there. I think he's only got it open
Great.
a little bit, right? Bruno, you've only opened it like maybe long enough to reach your arms out to manipulate this.
Yeah.
He's only got it open a little bit. So you've got a better view
wanna,
sort
like-
of the stuff on the left, especially the guy climbing the outside of the
But
building.
feel free to push it open.
Yeah, I want to like kick it open and then do the like Mad Max Fury Road thing where I put the crossbow on like Bruno to like steady myself, and I want to
Excellent.
shoot at Tugan.
Use me.
The halfling
Don't
drive
move!
on Bruno gets a and you take aim at Tugan. Go ahead and give me a ballistic skill test.
Oh, come on, not a 1, not a 1 here,
Not a 1.
not a 1. It's it's good. That's a 21.
That is
Nice.
definitely a hit. Roll
It's the
some
opposite of a
damage,
1.
please.
Really good.
Where's my...
The one time I don't have the rule book open. How much damage does a crossbow do?
It's 6, right?
I think it's going to be 6. Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds...
Double check, just to be sure. Range weapon, crossbow, D6, please.
Yes. Okay. Also not a 1. No whammies. 6
Wow.
points of damage.
Wow.
No
What'd you get?
whammies.
6.
You got a
6
6.
points of damage. Okay. The Jesus. All right. The crossbow bolt thuds solidly right, like square in Tugin's chest. He goes stumbling backwards, and a dark stain starts to appear on his chest, and he just looks down at it in absolute shock. He stammers. He looks back over his shoulder at the lad, which you now see the young fellow in the livery is now standing up on the seat of the cart, and he just looks. It's a strange exchange because Tugin looks just shocked, and the little kid just kind of looks at him sternly and says and just doesn't really even say anything, just kind of gives him a hard look, and Tugin turns back, looking up at you, Christian, and he starts to incant some words. Strange words that leave your mind as soon as they enter. You can't quite wrap your head around what they might mean. Let's see. Yep.
Protection from evil, of course.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dark bolts, a dark mass appears around his hands, kind of crackling and oozing at the same time.
You're not like that, Sam. I am.
From his hands up towards you and slams into you for 6 points of damage as it smacks unerringly into you, Christian. Actually, sorry, you can make a willpower saving throw, please, to reduce that to half.
Great. Let's see. I do not make the save, so I take 6 points of damage.
So you take 6 points of damage as this horrible
How many wounds do you have, dude?
thing
Total?
slams into your chest and oozes.
I got a bunch.
I got a bunch. You say that every time, and I always forget like what your actual amount of wounds are. So I guess it's on me.
My max is 12.
Meanwhile, this guy here makes it up to the point where he's got his feet on the kind of the rafters of the first floor, and so he's kind of like hanging on with hands and feet, shifting slowly, moving over towards right next to where Bruno is. And as he gets there, he then tries to pull a dagger from his belt, which he manages to get loose and start getting ready to wave it in your direction.
Oh.
The other two stevedores reapply themselves to the door, banging on it to really no avail whatsoever. Treviano, what are you doing?
What's Yeffy doing?
So you've
Really
so
desperate.
Yeffy has sort of moved around here and has been kicking over candles and stomping out flames.
Wow.
You've managed to roll the big ring all the way back here towards the back of the warehouse, where it's now kind of wedged itself between some of these crates.
All right, I consider that to be sufficient. I guess I'll go upstairs to aid my boys.
Okay.
You know, because I'll be such good help from up
Racing
here.
back towards the stairwell.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think I do.
I'm just gonna put you at the top of the stair there, coming up. Great. Okay, so you can see them. You can see actually, let's see. Indigo, did you hang on to the crossbow when you got?
Yeah, I still got it.
Yeah. Okay. So Indigo has got a crossbow kind of leaning on top of Bruno's head, looking out the window. But he's just got one hand on it because his other hand is clasping at his chest, and he looks unhappy. Although there's no physical remnant whatsoever of whatever it was that just struck you.
That's scary.
Okay, so you've come running up the stairs.
Yes, I
I'll
have.
go ahead and move you all the way up here. Okay, that's what you see as you come up.
'Kay.
Bruno, what are you doing?
How close is the guy who's climbing up to me now?
He's like 5 feet away. He has got a dagger out in one hand. He's hanging on with the other, and he's about ready to stab you.
Like if I stuck my leg out, could I kick him in the head?
Yeah.
Okay, I do that. I try to kick him off.
Okay, great. Make me an attack.
Aim for his hand holding on. If attack roll, huh?
Yep. Okay.
Heard of those.
Skill, if you will.
4.
Okay. You flail your leg out the window. It connects with nothing. Yeffy, what are you doing?
Well, after the rude gestures, obviously Yeffy will go back to the crates, start opening them, and then throwing the bottles at the walls. You stupid, disgusting jam! And take that, your preservatives suck!
Yeffy is just smashing things left and right. Everyone can hear glass shattering, things getting knocked over, crates bouncing around downstairs, as well as a lot of swearing. Indigo, what are you doing?
That's a good question. Tugan isn't dead, and I didn't think it would take this long. There's only the one guy climbing up, right?
Yes, the other two seem to be foolishly attempting to batter down the door to no avail.
Great. Indigo has a moment where he looks at the guy climbing through the window, looks down at Bruno, desperately trying to kick him down, and goes, "You got this!" And then he's gonna run over to Trebbiano and say, "I need another bolt right now," and try to reload the crossbow.
Finally, confidence.
All right, you get over there. You rush over there, demanding a bolt. Starting to reload the crossbow. Bruno, the guy who's climbed up here takes a swipe at you with his dagger. What is your armor class, Bruno?
Who knows?
You would know.
You would know, yeah.
Don't know where this is on the sheet. Oh, 9.
Yeah.
I assume that's good.
Yeah, it's great. You stick your leg out and you're waving it around, and then he stabs it with the dagger. And you take 3 points of damage, Bruno, as he jams his blade into your thigh.
That puts me at 0.
That puts you at 0. That's excellent.
Yeah.
For me. Great. Let's get this out. Will you please roll me a D8 and percentile dice?
Oh
Say that
no,
again?
it's time.
Yes, please roll me a
If you
D8
have a critical wound.
as well as a percentile roll.
I missed it again. A what in percentile?
D8.
Okay. 4 on the D8, and then a round 66 on the percentile.
Okay, I'm just gonna cut that in. Okay, so what happens is he jams the knife deep into your shin. And you can see the white of bone under this deep cut, and you just start pouring blood all over the place. And you,
as long as I get it on him,
you go stumbling backwards. Roll me a toughness saving throw, please.
How do saving throws work?
It's a D20 plus the modifier of the stat plus your level.
Great. And what am I trying to get?
20 or better.
Oh, well, that's impossible.
Is your toughness that terrible?
Yeah, I fail.
Okay. So you go stumbling back and kind of land on your ass, and you're like gripping your leg, trying to apply pressure, and blood is just going everywhere. You're in terrible pain.
I let a single tear fall. That's it.
Yeffy, you're continuing to smash stuff, break things up, and then you hear this booming voice from outside that says, "Enough, you buffoons! Get out of the way!" there is a quick couple of footfalls, and then a huge smashing sound as you see the doors kind of buckle, and they seem somewhat scorched and starting to splinter.
Ooh, I don't like it.
Treviano, what are you doing?
The doors are breaking.
They
are becoming
sound from you're upstairs, so you don't see the doors.
Oh, this is the downstairs doors that are being.
Correct.
Yeah, I run down there.
You run back down the stairs, having just come up here to see what was going on.
Yeffy, no!
Back down to the first floor. You come racing down. Yeah, and just as you the foot of the stairs lands you right there by the doors, and you can see that
when
they're
they come
buckling and cracked and splintering.
I'm like a Looney Tunes character. I'm like over the door. I'm like ready for action.
Okay, great.
I am primed and ready.
Bruno, what are you doing?
So am I just in a bunch of pain? Am I mechanically?
You are. You think
just
that it would probably be hard to walk, right? Because you've kind of fallen back on your ass and you're gripping your leg
see.
and it's bleeding everywhere. You're not.
You surgery on yourself.
Put weight onto that.
How am I close enough that I can peer back out this door to see what just happened?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I flop over there.
Great. You flop over and you peer outside. Now, what you can see is the guy with the knife is still clinging there to the wall, and it looks like he's put the bloodied knife in his teeth, and he's like trying to move into the opening where you're peering out. But these two guys have moved to the side, and you can see looking out. You see Tugin is kind of like. He's moved back towards the wagon. He's kind of leaning on the wagon, and he's still clutching at this shaft of a crossbow bolt sticking out of his chest, and looks like really in distress, like a lot of blood coming out. The young lad, though, he seems to be gone, and instead, what you see
He wasn't a lad at all. Hang on a second.
is a massive demon standing right there. Please make me a terror test. That will be a willpower saving throw, please. And you can see he's got his arms outstretched, and like dark energies are shooting from his palms and smashing the shit out of those doors.
How did that? How? You didn't
What if
even have a
I
circle.
fear nothing?
Do you
that's
have
the demon we
fearless
saw in the
talent?
basement.
No.
Super.
Wait, plus my level?
Yeah, plus your level and willpower bonus.
So smart,
20.
Yiffy.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
So because
Wow.
you succeeded,
That was almost impossible.
Hot damn. It's exceptional.
Although I don't know
you're-
what I'm going to do now.
So what happens, because this is a terror test, your success means you're only affected by fear. So you don't get an insanity card.
Great.
Almost had our first insanity card there of the game. However,
We know who's getting our
you
first insanity card. Okay,
will
let's
refuse
not
to
have any
move
pretense.
toward or attack the fear-causing object unless or until it attacks you. And you're at some penalties as long as you can see this thing, because it is horrific.
Great.
Huge, spindly-armed, red-skinned looking demon with a whole lot of eyes and a weird forked tail, and it's just blasting dark energy out of the palms of its hands at the door.
Is it attacking the door count as attacking me? You know, it seems
No.
like it's eventually going to attack me.
No, it does not. It does not.
All right, I take one of my daggers and I try to hurl it at Tugin. I don't know.
Give me a ballistic skill test.
Question mark?
I don't know if him dying is actually going to accomplish anything, but 6. It's really just back and forth.
Yeah. You toss a dagger out there. It lands somewhere in the street. You're not sure where. Yeah. What are you doing?
Am I? So Yeffy doesn't know that there's a giant demon.
No,
She
you just
just thinks
see
it's
something's
elderly
breaking through.
merchants. So, is it possible for her to get on the other side of the door, near the back, like so she could get into the corner, next to the door? So, like, so her idea is like when the door's open, she can be behind, she can be there to shiv when whoever comes in. Well, the point is, if he's crouching sneakily.
Yep,
ready to shiv whoever comes through those doors.
Very good.
Unfortunately, it's a demon, but she doesn't know that yet, so that's fun.
Okay. So so you crouch down. In fact, give me a stealth roll, which will be agility plus a bonus if you have.
I have contortionist and sneak attack and sleight of hand, which sleight of hand obviously is not going to help her.
Straight agility, please.
Cool. Oh, God damn. 3. Got a 3.
Okay. As hidden as you feel like you can be in this somewhat exposed spot. Okay. Okay. Yep, that does
Dice
that.
are
Okay,
not
great.
helping me.
So finally this round the doors buckle and splinter and
What about
break
me?
open. I missed you, Indigo. I'm so sorry. Go on. Your turn.
Great. So I'm gonna run
Watch
back
out!
to the window
It's
and
a demon.
to
Excellent.
What?
You come
Brace
running
yourself.
back to the window. You look out.
I said,
and
watch out!
You can make
It's
me a
a-
terror test.
Demon.
Here we go.
So I have a negative willpower. Just want to let
That's the one.
team
You
know.
see it.
Great.
You see it. That's the
So
one.
it's happening. It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. That's a 7.
All right, that's an insanity point, my friend.
Oh my
Great.
god.
I don't have them on me right now because we haven't
I
used
have
them in
cards
so
if you
long.
want.
I can run and get them.
Yeah, Paul.
Wait, I have
But-
them right next.
Excellent. So would somebody
Can I
like
do-
to draw?
Oh.
Well, for a single point, let's see. What do we want to do? Why don't you? Are they close at hand, Christian?
Yeah, they're in my bag in the other room.
Okay, go ahead and grab them. Go ahead and grab them.
All right.
Yeah, it's fine. It's more fun for him if he gets to fuck with the cards. So, let's see. You get one sanity point, and affected by fear. Okay, great. So,
I'm going to see if I have mine real quick.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Get your cards.
Great.
All right, Christian. You remember how this works?
So I've got my deck. Doing
Yeah.
a quick shuffle. Going to draw my hand of 2 cards.
2 cards.
Great. And I draw 1.
I don't know where mine are.
Better not look at the demon.
Oh, these are. I have a bunch of good ones. So, the first one is a tell, right? So,
Yep.
my tell is definitely going to be anger.
Excellent. Okay.
So there you go.
Feeling a little mad.
This is my anger card.
Great. We'll have to jot this down. I'm gonna have to add something to our overlay to put little pips or something around your frame so we remember what insanity cards you've got out. So, playing a tell of anger. Now, Indigo, you are a little terrified by this creature. So you're also affected by fear of it, which means wrong book. Look at the right book. So similar to Bruno, you will refuse to move towards or attack the fear-causing creature until it attacks you. And you're at some minuses to attack rolls, saving throws, etc. for a few rounds while you're looking at this thing. What would you like to do?
Great. I think I'm still going to try to kill Tugan.
Okay, great.
That makes sense.
So
Go ahead
here
and
we
make a
go.
ballistic skill. But you will be at a -1 on this roll because you're a little distracted.
Okay.
By horrific demon.
So that's a 13.
That is... You just hit him.
Nice.
Hell yeah!
Hit him. Go
This
ahead.
is how we do it in the blue banner. And I hit him for 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage was what he had left. Tugin, you catch Tugin this time. The shaft goes basically perfect grouping, right next to the other one in the chest again. He looks up, gasps, and slumps to the ground.
Get out of
That's
town.
interesting.
Demon disappears.
Tugin dies.
Killed him!
The demon, great job. Wow, because it looked big and scary to me. It wasn't the demon, was it? No, it was still good though. I'm proud.
Yeah.
Oh, not our boy. Not the competent one. Not good. What's going down?
I'm finding out what happens when
Paul-
Tugin dies. Sorry, this is interesting.
Paul's trying to figure out how screwed we are.
Yeah,
We're not
I'm sorry.
screwed.
I'm sorry. I'm being quiet. I'm sorry.
okay.
Okay, so Tugin. I wasn't expecting Tugin. Okay, so that's great. That's great. Okay.
What happened,
Tugin's
Paul? We
Tugin's dead.
murdered him.
It's very interesting. I'm gonna roll a die here.
It was self-defense.
Oh, that's really bad for it. Okay. Okay, great. That was Indigo's turn. So on its turn, this is great. Yeah, let's go ahead. And
This doesn't seem great.
Do we need to look something up, Paul? Because we can just talk about how wonderful we thought the show was,
Nope.
and we've
Nope.
enjoyed being
Nope.
on it
Nope.
as characters.
True.
You know,
It's
we're
a-
looking
it's a
forward to the next
wonderful-
session.
Wonderful cascade of events that I have to narrate now, so get ready. So,
Oh dear God.
what happens
We're so
is
screwed.
back on the first floor, the doors go bursting open. So horrible magical energy smashes them to smithereens. In stomps this massive demon. At this point, both Trebbiano and Yeffy can go ahead and make their terror tests.
Yeah.
So you go first. I'm fearless. So what is that?
Yeah.
Does that have any?
It does.
Does that-
So you're just going to make a fear test, actually. So you won't suffer terror, but you do.
Okay.
But it basically downgrades it to fear.
Yeah, I get. I'm
Willpower,
afraid.
right?
You're afraid. Okay. Okay.
Oh
So-
wait,
I'm going
that's
willpower,
true. I
right?
do have.
Sorry.
Yeah,
It
it's
is willpower and level you're adding.
Oh,
Willpower
Okay.
bonus and level to a d20. Tell me what you get.
in that case, I get a 16.
I rolled a 19.
You're both okay. So Yeffy, you're going to take an insanity point. And you are
Yeah.
both
the
horrified by
club.
the vision of this creature coming stomping in into the chamber.
Is this the same one as before?
No,
Okay,
it's much larger
that's good to know.
and much scarier looking.
All right, cool.
The last one was pretty scary.
I don't have insanity cards. I don't know. I
Want me to-
lent them to a friend because they were cool, and we weren't using them, Paul. So
I said we're going to use them.
Oh shit!
yeah. How many months ago was that?
Yeah, it was a while.
It's
ago.
true.
Can
Okay,
someone just
cool.
pull me 3 cards?
I got it. I got you.
Cool.
Here we go. So. I got the jumbos here for you. So here are your cards. Looks like you pulled 2 confusions and an obsession.
I think confusion sounds right for Yeffy. What?
Great,
Oh, really?
great. So you're playing a confusion tell. Again, not affecting you quite yet, but it's a tell. It's a direction that you may go once you've accumulated a few more insanity points. Excellent. Both of you kind of go stumbling backwards. By the way, I've got so much more. Okay, the horses are freaking out. The horses are whinnying and pulling at their reins. Tugan lies dead in a bloody heap. This.
Nice job, Indigo.
Yep. Okay. So this wagon just takes off completely with the rider. I guess they weren't grouped together. Okay, off you go. This guy has actually hopped down and is looking all excited like at this demon walking in there.
I like that.
The two guys who were the two sort of stevedores who were on the first floor, they seem to have booked it in either direction. The one clinging to the upper floor doesn't seem to have noticed exactly what's going on and is still attempting to get in through the window in the second floor.
Buddy,
you're gone.
Buddy, fella.
Okay. Great. So I don't even have miniatures for this, so that's fine. I'm just gonna go a little theater of the mind here. So this giant demon comes stomping in here. It looks over its shoulder at the slumped form of Tugan. You see almost at first a sense of like a smile, almost like it kind of licks its maw a little bit in perhaps anticipation of something delightful. But then suddenly, from back here amongst the crates where the big copper hoop is wedged, a whole bunch of black smoke starts to roil up, and a strange swirl of black energy appears, and you hear a voice that speaks out, and it says, "Gideon, where is my portal? You have failed me. You have not built the gateway you promised. Return to me, Gideon. Return!" And the very essence of this demon starts to just get dragged from where he is back towards this swirling vortex of black energy amongst the crates. Gideon looks up and screams, and you can see this kind of weird. It shimmers, his form shimmers and flickers. He shrinks down back into that young lad shape for a moment, and then he turns once more into a third shape that is like a cross between the two, a slightly demonic looking child, wearing still the tabard and whatnot. But then he just disintegrates into nothingness and gets sucked into this black void.
I'm sorry, his name is Gideon? Gideon's like a normal dude name. I'm sorry for interrupting, but that doesn't strike anyone else as like kind of weird. He's just like a guy named Gideon. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Excellent. He writhes as if in horrible pain as he gets dragged into this void, and soon the whole thing implodes into a single point and then bursts in a little like colorful sparks of energy. Trebbiano and Yeffy, for witnessing this horror, both just get an automatic insanity point for free.
Wow. Okay, hit me. Oh wait, I have them right here.
Yeah.
That was again philosophy. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. Here was your hand, Colleen. You're still holding a.
I'm gonna go with confusion again.
Oh! You're gonna play. You're gonna play.
Hold on. Maybe I'll get a paranoia. Hold on.
You want a
that
paranoia?
One's always fun. Oh yes, please.
So that'll be 2 tells. Yes. So still no direct detrimental effects just yet, but you'll have a paranoia and a confusion.
Sorry, everyone at home. But that's a good one to keep.
I'm going to write this down so I don't forget, so that I can put stuff onto the screen next
All
week.
Right. I have
Yeffy
drawn...
has 1 paranoia and 1 confusion. Bruno, did you have a card? No.
No, I actually made that.
Bruno's okay. Indigo, what do you
I have an
played
anger.
right now? You have 1 anger, and Trebbiano, what do you got?
I have drawn 2 angers and a delusions, so I'm thinking delusion sounds pretty good.
Great, so you're playing a delusion tell. Excellent.
Oh yeah, this is really great. Yeah, it's gonna be me.
Okay, so
It's kind
Really good, really good.
great.
So what I'm hearing is we did it.
Not,
I am also hearing that.
Almost, because there's one.
Oh.
The guy upstairs is still climbing in through the window.
Oh,
Wow.
He comes.
Wait a minute, I thought you said it was like a foot across and there was a bar in the middle.
no, the upper
no,
window.
No, sorry.
The big,
Upstairs.
big
the
one?
door, the big doors with the pulley is where this is happening.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So, you're gone, and this guy's gone. We can just maybe delete. These people are gone. Okay. Upstairs, this guy is trying to roll his way in. So, Bruno and Indigo, you're both there in the way. Either one of you may, if you like, roll me either your choice, an agility test to just be in the way and not let him in, or a strength test if you want to like physically rebuff him. Up to you, or you can just let him in. That's fine too.
I'll roll an agility test. 19.
3. Indigo. All right, so Indigo tries to like physically rebuff him, but he's just completely missing it. The guy comes. It's kind of standing, holding the wood frame. He kind of swings to the side as Indigo tries to sort of just give him a shove. Ha! He swings to the side, swings forward, but then Bruno's in the way, and so he's left kind of standing there, kind of just in the frame of the doorway, holding on, not inside just yet. But he seems to be completely oblivious to all the things that I've described that have gone on earlier. Trebbiano, you're downstairs. What are you doing?
So that goodbye, Gideon. Then. Wow. Look at that.
You look, as you're sort of taking stock of all the things, you look outside and you can see the horses have bolted. There's still an overturned cart out there, and there's one noble who's just looking, just shocked.
Yeah, I go and talk to that guy.
Excellent. Okay, you want to go out there and talk to him?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So he's standing out there. You head on out there. What? And he's just... What?
I'm playing club catch with my anchor, and I grab him by the scruff of his big, royal, stupid robe. And I say, "Who are you?"
I'm...
Your name, not alt. Just your name is okay.
He attempts to just spin and bolt. Roll me a strength test, Trebbiano, or agility, your choice, to hang on to him.
They're equally bad, but I did roll an 18, so that's a 17.
Okay.
Wait, strength or agility?
Yeah, whatever you like.
Oh, but yeah, those are equivalent. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a 17.
Okay. So you manage. He like jerks and tries to bolt and just continues to stammer and say nonsensical things, but you've got him. And
we've seen a lot today. I think it would be best for you and everyone, as you have seen everything that I have seen, and I have the crazy eyes while I'm saying this. If you were to never touch these things again, and assure the rest of Bogenhafen is free from their influence. Yes? Good idea? Good idea. I think so. What does he do?
Yeah. Oh, yes, of course. Whatever you want.
I punch him in the face and let him go.
Roll me a weapon skill.
Weapon skill of 0, but I rolled a 16.
That's a hit. Roll me some damage.
D4?
You're just punching. This is just a punch, just a straight.
Yeah, just punch, just like a
so
pop. Just a good old pop in the.
So it's actually
the sniffer.
D3 plus your strength modifier.
Plus my strength modifier, so whatever I get minus 1. So that's a 2.
Okay. Yeah, you give him a black eye. Boom, pop him right in the face. Oh,
Perfect.
Kind of stumbles. Do you let him go, or are you still hanging on to him?
Yeah, I let him go and I scream, "Good triumphs over evil! Praise Manan!" And then I go back inside.
Okay, he books it. Bruno, upstairs. What are you doing besides bleeding?
I think screw this guy. I'm gonna stab him.
Yeah, get him out
Flop
of here.
over
Get
to
him out of town.
Okay, you do know if you take any damage at all at this point, Bruno, you will die.
I mean, screw this guy, though.
Yeah, okay. Great.
Wow. Comes a point where you just, come on. 18.
Wow.
That's a hit.
Unbelievable.
Freaking leavable.
For 2 points of damage.
Okay, so you stab him in the side, and he clutches at where he stabbed, and he howls in pain, but he is not out. Yeffy, you're downstairs. What is going on downstairs with you?
I don't know what I just saw, but I saw something. Yeffy's gonna kind of confused go over, look at the portal thing, make sure it's gone.
So you
she's
head
a little
towards
concerned.
the back. You head towards the back of the warehouse, and what you find back there is there's no longer a big hoop, but instead this gnarly, pointy cluster, like someone took that big metal hoop and just crumpled it up into a ball, and this hunk of copper that's all crumpled and pointy and jagged, sitting there on the floor.
Oh my god! How big is it?
It is about the size of a softball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hawk this.
Yes, you are.
Make it work. Pick it up.
You pick up. Yeah.
Hustle never stops.
It's warm to the touch.
Yeah. Like a cursed donut. Oh. Okay. Okay. It's okay. You still got it. Yeah, you still got it. What?
Really good.
Excellent. Indigo, what are you doing?
Will it take my whole turn to drop the crossbow and draw my sword?
No.
Great. I drop my crossbow, I draw my sword, and I attack this stevedore.
Excellent.
Ooh, that is a 20 the hard way.
Yep, that's a hit. Roll me some damage.
For 3 points of damage.
Right. You run him through, and you run him through. He goes stumbling backwards, pitches back out the open doorway, lands with a wet thud on the ground in front of actually in front of Trebbiano.
Unfortunate.
Winch you later. Get winched. All right.
Get winched.
I'm dying here, so.
You are.
All right, I'm not doing rounds anymore because you guys have. There's no more enemies for me to control.
No, it just occurred to me. Remember that time you tried to operate on yourself and it hurt you? If you tried to do that this time, you would just straight up kill yourself.
That's probably not going to happen again, though. I hold my
How you
arms
doing,
up to
Bruno?
get Indigo to pick me up.
Wait, here's the thing. So, We actually have several medical allies in this city. I'm gonna put that little seed in your garden there.
I'll scoop Bruno up like a child and carry him downstairs.
Just hold my leg out. It's still dripping a lot of blood.
Actually,
Wait, don't you have that
I
salve?
start to walk
Don't
down
you have like a bunch of salves?
Yeah, I'll get to that, but
I actually, Indigo scoops Bruno up, starts walking to the stairs, and goes, "Oh, wait a minute," and then just like puts Bruno back down on the ground and goes back and gets the crossbow, slings that around his back, and then gets Bruno.
I don't move as he puts me down. I'm just laying in whatever position.
Great.
Yeah, and then I pick
Alright,
Bruno
so-
up and bring him downstairs.
As Trebbiano turns to look back into the interior of the warehouse, Yeffy is maybe, have you picked up the metal thing, Yeffy?
Yeah, I picked it up.
So Yeffy has picked up the metal object, this copper ball. Down the stairs comes Indigo with crossbow strapped to his back, holding a bloodied Bruno in his arms, coming down the stairs.
Everybody, come in and hear my last words.
What?
I'm dying.
What?
Look
You're
at
dying.
my leg.
What do
I'm
you mean
about to
you're
die.
dying?
You did get
so
stabbed
sorry.
pretty
Yeffy.
bad up there.
So I hold out my hand. Yeffy.
Okay. I'm gonna take your hand, Bruno. I found a rock. Thing.
That looks like the portal the demon was going to come out of. But that doesn't matter right now. Because what I should have prepared something.
Okay. We know a bunch of doctors.
No,
You're gonna be
here.
Yeah, we know a
Here.
lot of doctors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're like pretty medically familiar.
Get this letter to Grissenwald and give it to Elvira. Don't read it.
Okay. Oh. Okay. The blonde halfling lady? That
That's
lady?
the one. The hot
That's
halfling,
what you
yes.
need. That's what you need to tell me? Okay, I'll
Right,
take
just
it.
make sure it's my last words.
Yeah?
Now,
Yeah, that's right. Grab your letter. Who wants to read it?
I knew it.
I can't read it.
Ah, it was a trick. I'm fine.
I can read.
What? What do you mean
I
you're
knew
fine?
it. I'm fine. I'm not dying at all. That was a test. I knew you would give me that back. Yeah.
But no, it's mine now. It's mine now. Because I'm going to punch you in the face if you try to take it to me, and then you'll be dead. So just
No, then I
sit
will.
yourself
Yeah,
down.
that will actually kill me. Don't do that.
We're taking you to a doctor, Bruno. Yuffie
No,
stuffs the
I-
letter in one of her pockets.
I've got the magic elven potion here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Can
Did
I
we
use
win?
my? Yeah, we won. We did it. I don't know what happened to the demon actually, but he's not here anymore, so I think we did it. It sounded bad for a
know,
second. Even 50-50
I don't really know
that
what
you guys
happened
were
either.
dead. Yeah. So what?
It was
I mean,
weird.
what did happen? Because that
Where's Trebbiano? Trebbiano!
I walk in dragging the body of the guy who fell next to me. You guys, it is
Oh.
raining people!
yeah, screw that guy.
That was me, sorry.
Oh,
It's like
that
I didn't
makes
even
no sense.
notice there was a demon. This guy had no
Guys.
spatial awareness.
I'm telling you, Manan, you're welcome. I mean, come on.
I'm
You think that was
pretty
just
confident
chance?
it was Indigo who killed Tugin.
I don't know, Bruno. I'm a pretty terrible shot. I don't know how I hit Tugan twice. It might as well be divine intervention.
You
Manan
were steadying
crumpled
the
up that
crossbow on my
demon.
head. So.
Reduced a huge copper ring to not put a ball. He's a miracle worker.
We're not even close to the ocean.
But he is
Oh,
everywhere.
nice.
That's the point.
There's that river.
Are we going to make you not dead, or shall we just leave you here to die your sad, lonely
Oh
little
yeah,
ass
hand me
alone?
the magic elven potion from my backpack here. So I seem to have two
Great, great,
things
great.
on my. I have a healing
Indigo
poultice
will-
and also an elven poultice.
Yeah. The healing poultice just gives you a bonus on your surgery check.
Okay.
And those are you can buy those in any kind of large town.
That's good to know.
Yeah. The elven poultice is definitely magic. You know, it's some kind of balm that you will rub into an open wound, and it's supposed to do something wonderful.
Huh.
That you've been told.
You know, this seems as good a time of any. All right, I rubbed that into now check out some real magic. Forget Manon.
Great. So you're
Comes
currently
from the elves.
suffering a critical. So the critical goes away. Your leg, the wound. As soon as you rub it in, the wound closes over as if by magic. The blood just wipes away clean. It doesn't even leave a scar. And you regain 2 hit points. Not the best roll there.
Ha! And I jump out of Indigo's arms and land gracefully on the ground. It's magic!
Ah.
I have slightly
Weird.
less hit points than I started with, but that's fine.
We should get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
But before we do, Indigo is gonna walk over to Tugin's dead body and loot it like the mercenary he is.
Very
Get a
good.
couple kicks while you're over there.
I killed this man. Legally, all of his stuff belongs to me now.
So we do have a ferry that will take us out of town to Griswold.
That's true.
Wow, that's true. We should get at it. Let's not clean this up at all.
I'm just saying. And yeah, I mean, well, what's clean up? What are we gonna do? I mean, what are we gonna tell them? Yeah, there was a demon thing. It got sucked into a portal. That sounds like crazy talk.
Yeah,
Can't tell him
nobody's gonna
probably
buy
even
that.
happened.
Maybe we should try to ascertain. Nah, he wouldn't know ascertain. Maybe we should try to get to know whether Magarius is dead or not. We have not seen his corpse. He was like our only friend in this.
It is a
Friend is
good
strong.
point. Tugin's house will be abandoned right now.
Oh snap!
True. Wow.
So,
Good thoughts all
Alright.
around. That sounds fun.
what? I'm just saying. Well, I don't know about his sister's place. I mean, she's probably still there. Is this a bad time to bring up my current career goals? Okay. You know what? We'll just leave them on the table.
Indigo, you've rooted through the corpse of Tugin. Tugin is wearing nice clothes, except for the 2 big bloody holes in the front. Actually, the large pool of blood is probably soaked up in the back as well, so that's not great. He does have a purse on him in which you find 20 carls. Great.
Nice.
He also was carrying a book with strange symbols on it that you do not recognize.
Ooh.
Full of some kind of writing that you cannot read. Though that probably describes
I'll
all
take
the writing for you. So
Yeah. Some book. I'll take that.
yeah, it seems to be bound in a strange binding. Some kind of leather, you're guessing, but it feels weird.
Actually, when Indigo pulls that out of Tugin's pocket or whatever, he'll just sort of like not even turn around to the rest of the group, just kind of hold it above him behind his back and says, "Hey, someone read this."
Yep,
Ooh.
I'm on it.
Trebbiano, you look at the book and it's definitely got some kind of writing in the pages, but it's not any language you recognize.
I do not know this. I cannot read it.
All right,
Bruno, you wanna give it a try?
Here.
Yeah, I
let's
hold
see
it
this.
down to Bruno. For effect.
Likewise, Bruno, it's not anything you recognize.
Is it Dwarvish?
No.
Okay, because I do actually know that one.
Hilarious. I forgot you know Dwarvish.
Actually, Bruno, roll me an intelligence test.
It's been all ups and downs here. I don't know what we're up to, a good or a bad roll. Ooh, one of the good ones. 16.
You think the binding is definitely something unusual. it is not cowhide. It is the skin of something else that is more like a person's skin than an animal's.
I do not like that.
Well, I don't know what this says, but maybe don't go waving it around. Just in polite company.
Okay.
Let's put it away now. Let's put it away.
Great.
Maybe we should do something with that. Like, I don't know, give it to the Richter, who can use it to at least clean up this mess, right? Hey, you guys are all corrupt. You got your dirty. Yeah, that word. That's a good word.
So yeah, that's one thing. On the other hand, I'm guessing there's some somewhat less than savory people who would pay a lot of money for it. And probably not do much harm.
Bruno, you just killed one of those people. Are you suggesting that we're going to sell it to one of those other people, then kill that person, and then take the book back and then sell it to another unsavory? This seems like an interesting way of hunting monsters. But, yeah. It's a little weird.
We'll just sell it to someone rich but kind of dumb. They won't be able to, they won't be able to do much with it, but they are kind of dumb and evil.
Evil.
Anyway, I'll just shove this into my backpack here.
Great. Maybe we should go see Justice Richter before we leave.
Sure.
Oh, good call. Remember him? I remember him.
And then,
and
then maybe get out of here as fast as possible.
What time was the ferry that we bought tickets for?
First thing tomorrow, I think.
First thing tomorrow, yeah.
I thought it was today was tomorrow because we bought it yesterday.
No, it was definitely later. Because they didn't trust us, because they thought that we were, not on the level, which we weren't. So they were kind of right. So they made sure
was that not
yesterday?
Later? Because didn't we stake out overnight?
I don't know what day it is.
Well, no, I think he's right.
Yeah,
thinking
back over it, you're fairly certain that you have potentially missed the boat that you were intending to get.
Well, maybe they'll give us an exchange.
Yeah, because if you recall, you had your friends from the Cross Pike watch this warehouse overnight, and the next day you came out here, and then you spent a good chunk of the day here at this warehouse waiting for someone to show up.
Oh, let's get on a boat. It's fine. So we can go talk to Richter, and I can tell Franz that, there's a couple of houses that have no owners.
That's a great plan.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. So it's early evening. It's early evening. You've just been in a horrible fight. There's still what do you do with the body that Trebbiano has dragged back into the warehouse?
I just leave everything.
Just leave it. Just walk away. Excellent.
Let's walk away. Yeah.
I'll drag Tugan's body into the warehouse too.
I take an apple jam jar.
Excellent.
Oh no! Wait, here we go. I pull the crossbow bolt out of Tugan's body, and I put one in the hand of the other guy who's dead, and one in Tugan's hand. Now to look like they stabbed each other with crossbows.
Crossbow bolt fight.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yep.
Bruno, maybe you should take some of those pages out of that nasty, nasty book and put them on Tugan, so at least some of the evidence is on his person that he was into something gross. Just a suggestion. Just a for instance. You don't have to give him the whole book, because I know that you really want to keep it, even though, frankly, I don't want to be anywhere near anything like that.
I feel like the complete book is really much more valuable. I don't want to tear. What if I tear out the one important page that says here's
Bruno,
how,
tear a page out of the book.
Here's how you do the demon. All right. I pull the book and I turn my back on everyone and I make a noise as I don't tear a page out, but I try to make it seem legitimate.
No, you don't.
Indigo's just going to snap the book from
Max, hold on.
the front and just
Max,
shove them into.
Excellent.
Max, are you saying that Bruno just turned his back on us and then made the actual onomatopoeia?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Only in the cartoons does anyone fall for it. Okay. So
Well, now you ruined it, Indigo. Now you ruined it.
So Indigo, you took the book. You snatched the book from Bruno. Did you say you're taking pages out of it?
Yeah, I'm going to rip a couple pages out and just shove them in.
Make sure they're from the front, so it's just like the author's acknowledgments.
Table of contents.
Excellent. You shove them onto Tugin. And what do you do with the remainder of the book, Indigo?
I give it back to Bruno. I throw it back at him.
Yeah. Okay.
Fine.
And then where are you off to?
The Adel Ring?
Maybe we should see Franz tonight. Yeah, and just try to sleep and go see Richter in the morning.
Sure.
Okay.
If we're not going to try to skip town tonight.
Correct.
I like that plan.
We'll see Franz.
Okay.
We'll give some rest. We'll give him a good bonus for the year of the information we have about Tugin's now empty houses, or at least that we have a better idea of casing those joints. And then we'll wake up in the morning and we'll go over to see Justice Richter. Sounds like an afternoon.
Great. So you head on over to the Cross Pikes where you meet with your friend Franz. He's happy to put you up for the night. You certainly, your group looks like you could use quite a lot of sleep. Oh yeah, no problem. You come on. I got a room in the upstairs. You can sleep it off up there. Let's go. So he leads you up a set of stairs and into a small room. It's not much, but it's got a couple of bunks in it, and you gratefully slump into them and fall asleep. You find yourselves shaken awake with Franz or Maurice rooting about the room, each of them grabbing two of you by the shoulder and kind of shaking you awake. You realize it's still very early in the morning when you're woken up. It's barely dawn. Franz says,
Demons!
Wakey! You guys got problems, and I thought you better know as soon as possible. Get up.
What?
So
What's good?
in this fairly empty room, except for the couple of bunks with the pre-dawn light kind of leaking into the window. Franz leans over to you and says, "Oh, it's not good. Look, a couple of councilmen were killed last night.
Yeah.
Councilman Magirius was killed in his house yesterday. There's a report going around that Tugin and was sorry."
Killed in a crossbow fight. Yeah.
Tugin was killed last night. He and Rugbroder were attacked in the street. Rugbroder doesn't look so good either, walking around with a shiner.
She killed that guy too.
He's saying they say they're looking for some assailants, and the description sounds an awful lot like you guys.
Oh, I should have killed that guy. Sorry, gang.
Great. Well, we gotta get out of town.
Shame that Magirius died.
Now
Now that we know, we have no reason to stay. Yeah, but if not for him, nothing of this would have happened.
Well, now we have the book. We got proof. We got the book. We got the messed up ring.
Proof to whom? We still have not really tackled the head of the police.
Yeah, but we got Justice Richter. We saved his life.
Yeah. Hey, Franz, if we skip town, could you send a message to Justice Richter from us?
Yeah, I could do that. I heard he's really ill.
He's gonna
It's
get
getting
better.
All right. I'll send him a message. Don't know how soon he's gonna read it.
All right, well, we'll take a quick vacation from town then. Okay, send him this book, but don't open it. And then I'll write a description of all the events that have occurred.
Okay.
Bruno, you can write, right?
Yes, yeah, literally what I'm doing right now.
Great. Can you make a copy of the letter we got from Egerius? Just write down what it says, and then we can send the real thing to Richter.
Sure. Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, so copy Magirius's note and give Franz the book, a summary of what happened, and Magirius's note, the original.
This note, this would be the one that's signed Atelka Hertzen. Is that the one you're thinking of? Okay. Very good. Very good. You're able to do that. You transcribe the note. Get those things prepped. Sorry, go ahead, Jeffy.
Do you also want to include the fact that all of these guys have little club medallions that they carry around, and that they have their letterheads, where they have the invitation to the party, which we have the invitation to the party? You want to include that among?
Oh yeah,
Exhibit
let's give
A?
him the invitation, because the invitation has the evil letterhead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the evil
true,
letterhead.
yeah.
I'm saying if you also mention that medallion they all have, then I've seen this in those true crime pamphlets where then the authorities can come in and be like, you have one of the club symbols, and then they do a big reveal, and then they're like rubbers, and then they put a song like bad guys, what you gonna get at? Yeah, and it's really dramatic.
That sounds pretty cool. I kind of want to be the one to do the big reveal now. Should we just hang out so that we can...
You're not an
We'll get
authority.
arrested.
I'd hate for it to happen while I wasn't here. All right.
I mean, we could stick around and watch it. Or maybe we could get, maybe that's the next episode of the pamphlet.
Okay, so I include a description of their medallions in part of the summary.
Okay. Okay, great. You put all that together. Franz is happy to deliver it for you, and then he helps you slink off towards the docks to try and find a quick ride out of town, I presume.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great. Okay. I think that is a great place to leave it off for the night. I do want to give you guys a few moments here because I think you have definitely proven yourself to be monster hunters. Well done.
Kind of tertiary killing of the monster here, but we certainly hunted it down.
We did
So
it.
wait, what is that? That's
that was your
Party ambition.
goal. That was your party ambition, right?
Uh-huh.
So that gives you some XP, a fair amount, I think, if I can find the stupid table in here. There it is. You guys are all currently level 2, is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that gives you 100 XP each.
Yeah, level 3.
Excellent. Any personal ambitions get fulfilled tonight?
Not mine.
Mine was embarrass the rich. I have no idea if that happened.
Embarrass the rich?
Yeah, I don't think I embarrassed them.
I don't know. I think you did that.
Actually, I'm gonna say, having left the couple of pages on Tugin's corpse, I'm gonna say yes to that. That's gonna come back to haunt somebody at some point. So I'm gonna give you that one, Yeffy.
Next level at 800.
I want to make an argument for mine.
Yeah. you were to become as fearless as Trebbiano, right? And I think I think you steeled yourself and you stayed on target and you took out Tugin when the chips were down. Yeah, I think
Nice.
Yeah. So that's how much
Welcome,
experience?
Buzzo. 25, I think.
That gets me
that's 25
just
for
to level
personal
3.
ambition right now. Excellent.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh.
I don't. What do we actually get for leveling up?
You get
A new talent.
You get a new talent and another hit die worth of hit points. Is basically.
Oh, baby. What is the academic hit die? D4.
This is
Academic
exciting.
plus toughness bonus.
Oh, god damn it. Toughness bonus is -2.
Minimum 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so much tougher now.
Ooh. I got
That one
7
moment of
I got
almost
7
dying.
wounds.
You got 7 new wounds?
I got 7 new wounds.
Jeez.
I hate my life.
I'm tough as nails.
Okay, well, I'm going to take this opportunity to take... I'm going to take this opportunity to take a new talent, and I think I'm going to learn how to do magic.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
With a K.
With a K. Magic with a K.
And I was looking up, I had a spell chart I was looking at for OD&D spells, because that's what we're supposed to be looking at.
Yes, you should be using this book here. The book of
I don't
spells.
own that book.
I will send it to you.
Oh, okay. I hope it is not different than the table I've been looking at. It probably is.
I don't know. What table were you looking at?
I'm just looking at a D&D magic user.
Let me send you. I'll send you this list. I'll send you this.
Okay.
I'll send you a PDF of this thing.
God, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Magic. Oh yeah, it's time.
Excellent. That's exciting.
Mind you,
Exciting
Trebbiano still can't swim. It's actually not an option that's available to zealots, so he either will have to learn to swim a very hard way or never. What are you getting for your talent, Indigo?
I don't know yet. Part of me feels like I should get a talent that makes me better at fighting, like rapid strike or something like that. But I also am looking at like swim or skill gamble.
Oh, skill gamble. You have been actually historically. I think you've gambled like 3 times over the course of the season, so that's not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
You keep finding ways of gambling.
That sounds pretty good.
Oh, but I do want flagellant to shoot. Nah, I'm too frail for flagellant. I'll take magic. Did you level up, you guys? Either of you?
I did.
Yes. I did.
Ah, level 3 party! That's so exciting. Do I change any of my modifiers ever?
Your raw abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some talents that will raise them.
All right.
So there's stuff like cool-headed permanently increases your willpower by +2. Right. So I think there's one of those for every attribute characteristic. That's the word.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Unless anyone has anything else to add. Anybody else know for sure what they're doing with their levels? Want to chat about that some more?
Nah, I gotta think about it.
Yeah, I gotta think about it too.
Very good. Okay, well, try to think about it between now and next week. Also, think about what you want to set the new party ambition for, since you are now proven monster hunters. What new goals will the party endeavor to undertake? And perhaps, where will they head? Now, making their way towards the docks, ready to get on a boat? Where to next is the question. Apart from not Bogenhafen. Excellent. Thank you, everyone. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the start of the evening, but I'm glad we got through it. Thank you for joining us. Please check out our other shows. Sunday afternoons, we have our titular Wandering DM show, which is a talk show about D&D and other RPG topics. We're also doing one-on-one play on Tuesdays and Book of War miniature wargaming on Saturday nights. Other than that, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night.